guys, gals, and non-binaries, pals. I'm here doing another video, and my voice is cutting out. Let's try that again. Anyways, I'm back for another video. 2 videos in one day. Isn't that crazy? Well, I'm off of work today because it is Good Friday, and the school that I'm working at is closed today. So I have a nice long day weekend. So yeah, I decided to do another video. Instead of just talking about my stuffed animals today, I have another video. I'm all over the place. So my story for today is going to be talking about the time that my class got my 7th grade art teacher fired. I'm not going to go into the details of the location of my school, but I'm going to give you like some sort of like background and understanding of this teacher. Not to feel bad for him. I'm going to be perfectly honest. Do not feel bad for this man, okay? Okay, good. Let's begin. So, like I said, it was my 7th grade art teacher. And so, before I even start my part of my story where I got involved, like in 7th grade, we're going to go to when my sister was in 7th grade, because she graduated like 2 years before me. So when she had this art teacher, all of these girls had these like weird vibes from him. Like, my sister was always given a sweatshirt by one of her guy friends if she wore a low-cut shirt, because this teacher, I swear on everything, he would look down the girls' shirts. And like, I don't know if anyone really complained about it, but like, he was still working around children. Big vibes. So, like I said, there had been constant rumors about this man, dating even further back from before my sister even went. Every girl always wore a sweatshirt in that class. Even if it was really hot outside, they covered up everything because they did not trust this man. So when I ended up starting middle school, when I started my 7th grade year, my sister gave me the same advice: make sure I'm wearing a sweatshirt, make sure I'm covering up, nothing that he could see anything. Lucky for my sister, I was in that phase of wearing boy clothes, which didn't realize it was not actually a phase. It was just I was just gonna repress it and then try to be a girl, even though I do not identify as such. But anyways, I was wearing more masculine clothes and shirts that did not show here, and so that wasn't a problem for me. So let's talk about this man. Let's talk about him. What's up? Anyways, so let's talk about this man. I gotta find a way to name him without naming him. We're gonna call him Fred. Fred the teacher. Mr. Fred. That's not even his name. That's not remotely close to his name. So Mr. Fred was this guy who just gave off these weird vibes, and everyone just like was like, okay, he's just a weird guy, but he's our art teacher, okay, so whatever. We were doing our normal stuff. Nothing really raised any red flags with me. He didn't give me any creepy vibes because I didn't really sit near where all the other girls were at. I was in like I'm not kidding you, I was literally in a corner table with my best friend, and we were just goofing off, and he didn't really care because we were doing our work. But I also don't think he gave a crap because like he couldn't see my boobs. There, I said it. But everything was kind of normal from like the beginning of the year all the way till about, I'm gonna say April. I literally think it was like right before April started. So end of March area. We were doing this project where we were making bracelets. And we had this, I don't even know what it's called, but we had this thing where you had to like put the string on there and we had to like lace in the beads. I don't know if I'm explaining this properly, but like we never finished this project, mind you, because he got fired. But like we had to lace it up or whatever. And yeah, so during one of the days that we were like working on it, and he was giving us like some sort of like instructions for something, one of the students, I'm just gonna call him my student council president because he was, for my graduating year, our president. He was talking, being a class clown, and so Mr. Fred didn't like the president talking, so he did this. I'm the president. My hand is the teacher. Flicked him on the head. He flicked him on the head in front of witnesses, in front of students, in front of preteens. And so, this guy that I ended up dating later, but like we were friends at the time, he like comes up to me and goes like, "Hey, Kit, I'm gonna go to the principal's office, but I'm gonna tell Mr. Fred that I'm going to the not doctors." He's like, "I'm gonna tell Mr. Fred I'm going to go to the bathroom, and I'm gonna go to the principal. I'm gonna tell him what happened." And I'm like, "Okay, dude, stop telling me that you're gonna do it, just do it." He's like, "I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it." And so he asked Mr. Fred to go to the bathroom, and so he went, told the principal. The day ended, because that was my last period of the day. The day ended, we went home, and we came back to school the next day, and Mr. Fred was not there. And rumors started circulating. Now, the rumors varied on a whole lot of different things, because a lot of like the older kids that had already gone through my middle school, who were like in the high school or had graduated, already had vibes about this man. Were like, "Oh my God, was he fired because of how do I word this without it getting in trouble? Inappropriate images of children on computers." And then other things were, because this was actually legit. I was not in the class that found it, but one of my friends was in the class. Apparently, no, I shouldn't say apparently, because it was factual, because I believe my friend at the time. And she took a picture of it, which was gross, and I don't know why she took a picture of it. But anyways, someone had found crusty underwear in the art closet that... So it's just... There were so many things going around. We weren't sure what happened. If it was just because of the flicking of the student or a number of other things. Apparently, allegedly, the school had to confiscate the computers to give to the police. I don't know if it was actually true or not. Like I said, like the rumors were spreading like forest fire. Like it was insane. And like none of the teachers talked about Mr. Fred ever again. None of the administrations talked about Mr. Fred. There was no issue about what happened to Mr. Fred. Where did he go? It was just as if he never existed. And it was so strange. And then after that, because like I said, we were about like April was when this happened. We didn't have a consistent art teacher afterwards, so like almost every month or maybe every couple of weeks a new substitute came in, and we, like I said, we never finished that bracelet project. So we had all these different art teachers from like April until May, and like it was so chaotic. Like there was all these, like I said, all these different art teachers, and so like we basically were passing because like there was no consistency. There was no like whatever. Like literally one project that we had to do is that we sat in the class, watched The Princess and the Frog, Up, and Howl's Moving Castle by Studio Ghibli, and we had to write a paper about the different styles of animation, and like we were all given A's because like we did the paper. Like there was no consistency, which that was kind of cool because I passed art class, no problem, but like there was never any answers as to what was going on. And like to this day, I wonder what happened. Like, was it just because Mr. Fred flicked a student, like laid hands on a student technically? Or was it because there was more to it and my school wanted to cover it up? Because they covered up a lot of things, or at least tried to cover up a lot of things at my district. One of the things they tried covering up was a student bringing a pew pew in his backpack, and because all of the students were telling their parents, because the staff and the administrations were taking it seriously, the parents went to the board, and then the board went to the police because like, oh, all these parents are coming to us concerned about their kids because a kid might have a pew pew in his backpack. And then the cops came and escorted said child with the pew pew in his backpack off campus. Yeah, they try to play it like it never happened, even though it did. But that's my story time. It's kind of all over the place. Yeah. I hope you enjoyed this second video for the day, because I'm off, like I said, from work because of Easter, and I don't know, I don't know what I'm doing with my hands, but I don't know, I just felt the need to kind of like come and say hi and tell a weird story that never gave me any closure. But yeah, that's gonna be it for this video, guys. I hope you guys have a great Easter and great time. Check me out next video where I figure out what's wrong with my psyche. Until then, catch you later, guys, gals, and non-binary pals. I love you all, and like I said, have a great Easter and have a great day. Mwah.